What's up, everybody? What's up, my fruitful farmers? I am your Fruitful Life coach, Davina Shirley, and we back. Um, we are about to finish the steps to self-love. We went through self-acceptance. We went through self-forgiveness. We went through self-responsibility. We went through self-care. And now, for the final step to self-love, we have self-compassion. And this is what Centered at Heart had to say. Cultivating self passion is all about genuine kindness towards yourself, treating yourself like a loving parent who would treat a child, understanding that we are all human and we experience suffering and pain and we make mistakes. You are not alone in what you are going through. So for me, self compassion is kind of like what it said in there. It's just humanizing yourself. Typically, because I have so much self compassion, not only for myself, it allows me to have compassion towards others because I don't want to be bound to my mistakes. I don't want to be bound to my past and who I used to be. We all should be steady growing, evolving, and maturing, and I feel like in the days of social media, it's hard to do that. It's hard to mess up because if you mess up, you're deemed canceled. Like you're canceled for it. You're criticized. You're ridiculed, dragged through social media. Who without sin throw the first stone? And it's just like people condemn people every single day and judge people every single day. Nobody is showing compassion nowadays. Cancel this person, and valid. Some of these people need to be canceled, okay? Some people they need to be under the jail. Okay? We all know these situations and people, okay? Um But at the end of the day, person, even that person is still worthy of God's grace. Even that person can be transformed by the blood of Jesus. Even that person can be saved. And so when we're in this whole cancel culture, it can push people to have imposter syndrome in order to present a version of themselves that is likable, is more acceptable to other people versus being just who they are. I hate the judgment that I see. People pointing the finger and telling them what they should and should not be doing. I can't stand it. That's why when I get on here and I coach, I don't ever want to tell y'all what to do. I'm just sharing you what worked for me, what has worked for my clients, and hopefully when you use these tools or you do these exercises and stuff like that, it is beneficial to you, or you'll find out what works for you. Even with your relationship with Christ, I don't argue with people, or I don't go back and forth about why you believe the way you believe and why you question why I believe the way I believe. Like I could clap back, do a rebuttal, do um a reply to a lot of stuff that I see, but my self compassion allows me to have self compassion towards others, and I'm still able to help them, and without them feeling condemned as if I'm pushing God on them. That is a part of the reason why I feel like I am such a great life coach, because I can coach you off of just everyday principles without the spiritual stuff. But it is the spirit, it is the key. The fruit of the Holy Spirit is one fruit. It doesn't say fruits, it says fruit. Even though I said fruits for life coaching, it's just fruit. It's just one. So it is the key. Okay, in order to have fruit, you got to have the spirit. So if you want to live a fruitful life, this is required. It is required for you to check on yourself on love, to check yourself on patience, to check yourself on goodness, kindness, Come on now. I can teach that without throwing Bible all the time, but just know when it comes to my platform and when I'm speaking, that's what's gonna be. So, I can tailor it for whoever I'm coaching, but as far as this platform, y'all know what it is. If you've been locked in, I say this all the time too. It's like whatever God convicts you on, all right, doesn't mean that is the same conviction that somebody else has. All right. You have to have conviction in order for change and transformation to really happen. I don't argue with people who don't believe the way I believe because until they have an encounter with Jesus Christ, nothing I say is going to matter. Okay, but those who have encountered Jesus and know where they was and how they are now can look back. When you look back over my life, da, 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 and I think things over, I can truly say that I've been blessed. I got a testimony. I'm not the best singer, but you get what I'm saying. When you look back over your life and I can't even think too deep on it because I will start I will start boohooing. Okay. But when you know that God has really stepped in and it was nothing but him, couldn't have been nobody but him that came in, saved your life, turned things around, and your life may not be perfect, but you have peace. That is a number one indicator that things are shifting. When you have peace that surpasses all understanding in the midst of your chaos, in the midst of not knowing when, knowing how this bill gonna get paid, in the midst of you getting evicted, in the midst of you sleeping in your car, in the midst of you not having a job right now. When you been there and you know that God snatched you, snatched you and made and turned things around for you, I can't talk about anything else. So that's why I cannot sit here and point the finger. I can't sit here and argue back and forth with somebody that doesn't believe the way I believe. I will never do that. You can have a conversation, you can disagree, okay? You may think that that person and this person should be doing it this way, a certain way, but at the end of the day, that's their life, not yours. You worry about you getting to where you need to be. It's like, okay, that when you stand in front of Jesus, all right, you gonna enter those heavenly gates. Cause I don't wanna I can't burn. I don't wanna burn. Even with all this crazy stuff that happens in the world, even with the things that I can see physically, okay, I still have the faith of a mustard seed to believe and know and trust that Jesus is gonna make a way, like out of everything, and that He is the truth and the light. Okay, and without Him, I am lost. And by me being light and living out the fruits of the Spirit and showing compassion towards others, because I may be the only Jesus these people see, I just make sure that I want to be a good representative of Christ. Treat others how you want to be treated. I don't think anybody would want to be held to their past, knowing that it was a part of what old people used to say, growing pains. And so we just gotta do better of showing that self compassion towards other. And the only way we get there is by showing it to ourselves first. The reason why you keep pointing the finger, the reason why you keep judging other people, the reason why you canceling people left and right, because if your stuff was on display for everybody to see and under a microscope for the media to say whatever and twist your stories, twist your truth to lies, all that type of stuff. You would not make it, sis. You would not make it, bruh. You would not make it. You would have a lot more grace and compassion towards other people. And so I want y'all to think on that before you start commenting, before you start the video, before you start going on live and everything else and getting in front of a mic. All right? Y'all got to be more aware and more conscious of how your words is powerful. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And y'all just spewing out whatever out of your mouth. You have to be more, you got to have some more self control, some more discipline when it comes to your mouth and what you are saying to yourself and to other people. So I'm just going to leave it there. But that's self compassion. Let's work on the self love piece because I feel like a lot of the hate that we have in this world, again, the compassion, the forgiveness that needs to take place, everything. It all starts with us. It all starts with us. You can't forgive because you haven't forgiven yourself. You can't take care of yourself because people haven't didn't properly take care of you, and so you blame them, okay? And now you're just in a state of trauma. I don't know who I'm talking to, but because I was about to sign off, but you feel me? So really work on you. And working on you is a consistent, everyday process. There is no finish line, especially when you're living for Christ. There is no finish line. There is not enough things you can do in this world to be like, okay, I finished. I am in there. I'm in the heavenly gates. I did everything. No, there's nothing. Working on yourself is an everyday, consistent, daily discipline. You got to be able to do the work. A lot of people that come to me and are interested in life coaching, they're not ready to do the work. A lot of people want to be all about mental health and wellness. They talk a big game about it, but when it comes to doing that work, they up out of here. They ain't ready to hold up the mirror and be like, "Oh, I thought it was there," because that's what I'm gonna do. You pointing to everybody else. You pointing the mirror to everybody else, and all I'm gonna do is like, when you sit down with me, you, because the root of most of your issues and you pointing the finger at everybody else thinking that it's them, it goes right back to you. So work on you. Take care of you. Love you for who you are, not who you pretend to be, and treat others the way you would like to be treated. It don't matter how many times you treated people the way you wanted to be treated and they fucked it up. Sorry for the language, but it just came out. Okay? It doesn't matter how many times you gave the olive branch and it was stomped on. It doesn't matter. 70 times 7. Okay? That's what God asked. They hit the cheek. God said turn the other. But I told God, if they hit both, then I'm gonna hit them. Then I'm gonna hit them. You feel me? All right. I don't know who I'm talking to, but it doesn't matter how many people hurt you and everything like that. It does not matter. It doesn't excuse what you've been through. It doesn't erase what you've been through and the trauma that was caused by it. It doesn't erase none of that. And it doesn't excuse anything. But you have to learn how to address it, go back to the root of it, figure out your part in it, and change, transition, turn, pivot, go in a different direction. All right? So that was self love. I don't know what I want to dive into next. Or probably get into dating. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. But that is self love for now. All right? Hope it helped. Love y'all.